is something monumentous happening right now. For the first time, comfortably ever, but for the first time in a very long time at all, we are looking at each other's faces. Which is...
We're so scared. We're both so gun-shy. There's no lag. There's no lag right now. But if any of us makes a sound, we stop because we just assume there's going to be a lag.
Gun-shy.
It sucks. Oh.
So, Macy, if you've been keeping up with the saga, everyone take a moment. Take a moment to take a deep breath and let out a celebratory screech.
It's here.
Macy, tell us what happened.
It is, you know what? Let me tell you something. What a tale. What an absolute saga it has been. Because so much has happened from when they said, when this was all supposed to go down, then to being in this moment. And finally, so it's going to be on the 15th of January. It was never done being installed onto the pole. I went back and forth. They got it installed and the pole was a great day. And after that, they ran the line, hooked it up. Internet started working. It was like, holy shit, we've got it. And then they come and they bury the line that they dug. So we had internet. They have to because it's a fiber line. So then they run it and then another team comes and buries it, right? So for about 3 days, we had just rocket fast internet, and we were like, this is the life, we've lived it. And then the trench diggers came and they cut the internet line and just fucking severed it.
How absolutely on par
at that point,
with this whole journey. At
this point, I felt absolutely nothing. Like by the time that the router was just red, and it was just sad, pulsating red. I was like, great. And they were like, okay, well, so after they cut it, they were like, listen, all right, so we got the line. Sorry, we got the line. But there's going to be a tech coming in like 30 minutes. And this was on Saturday. Nobody ever showed up. So we didn't have internet at all on Sunday. And so I called on Monday and I was like, are you coming out? And they were like, sure, we'll come out on Tuesday. And I was like, God damn it, you guys. So as of this morning, it's working. Yes. It's here. I'm looking at your face with clarity.
Yeah. With clarity. You guys at home, listen, if you have the privilege of having a fast internet, you probably don't understand. Just for a moment, put yourself in the shoes that we've got going on here, and you'll understand how fucking happy we are about this. This is crazy.
Feels good.
Okay, just to describe. So one thing we're thinking about doing, you guys, is because we record now over, what is this, Google Record or some shit? I don't know. It records our camera stuff too. We think. We don't know. We're new to this. So we're thinking about perhaps putting this up on Patreon or maybe YouTube, expanding the WBAH, name a little bit here. The thing is, you can actually see, when you'll be able to see us move. But Macy, like, whenever you would do this or lift the mug like you just did, or anytime you would make any kind of big movement, and if you guys are watching this, you can, obviously see, but you would kind of like, and it would like freeze for a second, and then you'd be over here talking, and then you would lift a mug, and it would look sort of like, so it was like, it would struggle with the big movements. So now seeing you fluidly do things,
I'm not a robot.
It's a whole new world.
I'm not a robot anymore, and it's amazing.
Not a
I'm
robot.
alive. I'm a real boy in Aquarius season, and that's a feat. Yeah.
I'm scared with the mention of Aquarius season, because I feel like that means something's happening. Like, I'm either sitting here not actually talking to you right now, or the internet has imploded and we just think that we're communicating with each other, but on listen back it'll just be like something is gonna happen. It would
be pretty sweet if every Aquarius season, every Aquarius person got to slip out of their skin and go to this big ass Aquarius party. Like, and then your skin's just on autopilot during the whole season. But as I say that out loud, I don't think that many Aquariuses want to hang out together. And I just don't think it would work.
Yeah.
Maybe you just slip out of your body.
This doesn't happen.
You slip out of your body for Aquarius season to go be completely and utterly alone somewhere for all of Aquarius season.
Yeah. Yeah. And for all the rest of us know, that's what y'all do.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We'll never know. You guys will never tell.
We're never going to tell.
Anyone.
We can really keep a secret. And if we say it, no one would believe us anyway.
No. Yeah. They'd be like,
fucking, you would say that.
Conspiracy theorist. Yeah. All right. Tell me about Bigfoot now, Mom.
It's a perfect cover.
All right. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to figure out how to bring up my notes and not completely wreck your face, wreck this brand new thing we've got going on. But what are we talking about today on today's podcast episode?
I know I had to really remember what show we were talking about today. My whole week is thrown off as today's for some reason, but like I really had to remember today. I was like, is this our real job or is this MILF Manor? And I had to really take a second to sort it out. But this is our real job, and I'm talking to you today about raccoons.
I love that. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just sometimes when I can only hear you, I know you're doing certain things with your face, but seeing them, just the flat delivery of raccoons. Forgive us, you guys. This is new to us. I'm talking to you about crocoite.
Good.
Crocoite. It's a mineral. It's not just a rock. It's a boulder. Welcome to the Witch Bitch Amateur Hour. It's the podcast where we talk about witchcraft. My name is Charlye, and are you mad at me? This is my cousin Macy.
My name is Macy, and the only thing that will make me mad at you is the repetition of that question.
Are you mad at me?
Are you mad at me?
You're acting like you're mad at me.
Oh my God.
Why are you mad at me? I can tell you're mad at me. And today's episode goes out to our Patron that keeps the show going. Our Patreon today's name is Carissa C.
Okay.
Now there's people watching me. It's now pressure's fucking on.
Okay, sure. Fuck you. This is how you remind me of Carissa C. It's not like you to say sorry. Fuck you. I can pull one out of my ass when I need to.
That was such the one to pull out, too.
Yeah. Aggressive.
Yeah. I like how clock it, we need to start making a graph of how many of the songs for our Patreons are just insulting.
I know.
It's not like you to say sorry.
It's not like you to say sorry. It's either I insult them or I imply that they're in love with me. Or I am in love with them. In some fashion. It's one of those. Yeah. Every time.
Yeah. Or you're stalking them or yeah.
It's not my fault. That's what all the songs are written about. I'm just working with what I've been given.
Okay.
It's Aquarius season. Sure. Let me be faultless.
I am.
I am faultless. You don't even have to let me. I know that I am.
Aquarius season's starting to feel a lot like Leo season.
They're sister signs, my guy. I love it. I love it because this is when I get to drench you. I get to pour the Aquarius bucket on you for a month, and then you get to do it on me in Leo season, and it evens out.
I'm going to talk to you about crocoite.
Fucking do it then.
Okay. Because I could sit here and bullshit for like 20 more hours. But the first thing, Macy, you need to know about... Well, okay. Let me tell you how I got this. You remember that trip to the museum that I took?
I do.
A month
Fruitful.
Ago?
Yeah.
Fruitful. Extremely. They had the gem expo and I went walking through it and I made sure to snap some pics of some things that really snagged my eyeballs, and this was one of them. And it's because of this structure that it grows in. First of all, it's one of those minerals / crystals, whatever you want to call it, that grows very stick-like. It looks like a bunch of toothpicks. Cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the color that got me. It's this striking red color. And plus, in this museum, it was, like I said, it was all dark with these brilliant lights shining. So it just looked that much more, like, beautiful. I did look up some online, and the color range of these is basically like a very orangey yellow all the way to a very intense red. And there's some online that just sort of look like a pile of toothpicks because they're that color.
Okay.
If you're looking it up, it's Crocoite.
Crocoite.
Yes. Crocoite.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a sea urchin.
Yes. Yeah. But for some reason, in a lot of the ones that a lot of the articles that I chose to look at, they didn't use these vibrant, brilliantly red colored one. They use like the really pale ones that just look like a moldy chicken nugget.
Dude, some of these on that note, some of these bright ass red ones look like a ghost pepper wing, a little ghost pepper sauce wing or something like that, or a little piece of tendy, and I'd eat it. It looks delicious.
It definitely has the forbidden candy vibe. But what you need to know about Crocoite is it is lead. It is at least of lead inclusion. So the first thing I want to start us off with is a little bit of a safety guideline. Don't eat it, definitely. You want to avoid inhaling its dust. So if you have some of this and for some reason you're like, I'm going to grind this down and make a powder out of it for reasons that we'll get into, don't do that. Wear protective gear if you want to handle it, and if you happen to handle it barehanded, wash your hands after it. Okay. Crocoite. It's part of a family of minerals known as the chromates. The chromates, and that's funny. And I'm sure you might say it like the chromats or something, but it's CHROMATES, and to me that says chromates.
I bet they have fucking jackets. Come on.
I bet. Oh my god, we're the chromates. It sounds a lot like we're werewolves, not swearwolves.
I love it. So, you know what? Good for them. Everybody needs a club.
Chromates. Mm-hmm. That's adorable. While Crocoite's vibrant color makes it stand out, the other chromate minerals have as they say here, a less conspicuous color. So of the gang, this is the bright one. This is the one getting all of the attention.
Okay.
And it has also a distinctive growth pattern as well, as we've seen. It looks like does it look like you dropped a box of toothpicks on the ground a little bit? It's that jumbly, like, spiky. It's like what a punk wants their hair to look like, kind of.
Do you remember the game Kerplunk?
Yes!
That's what it reminds me
of. Is that the one where you pull the stick out and you try not to drop all the marbles?
You got the marbles all up top. Yeah, they're all on like a bed of sticks, and you gotta pull out sticks. It's kind of like the tower one, Jenga, but
like spaghetti
and marbles.
Like red spaghetti sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the name Crocoite comes from the Greek word krokos, meaning saffron. Which is
the color.
To its color.
Got it.
Also, Crocoite is sometimes referred to as red lead ore, which I think is fun to say. Red lead ore. However, red lead ore. But even though it's called lead ore or red lead ore, there is not that much lead in it to, like, be useful for industrial purposes, right? So we're not mining this for the lead for the purposes of lead. It's just, there's enough lead in it that you want to be careful of it when you touch it or put it in your mouth.
You don't want to suck on it and put it up your butt.
Exactly, because it does contain lead, chromium, and oxygen. That's what it's made of. The hardness on the scale, that old scale, is 2.5 to 3. The luster is described as adamantine to greasy.
Yeah,
so
I love greasy.
Had to throw that in there.
That's my favorite one.
It is translucent to transparent in its appearance, and it's also known to exhibit a fluorescence under ultraviolet light. And this is the fluorescence that appears in shades of yellow or orange and not like the green. So that's always fun. Now the cleavage is described, and I'm not sure if we've had this yet, the cleavage is described as distinctly in 2 directions. I know that speaks to somebody out there, man.
I want to meet that cleavage, and I want to shake that cleavage's hand. That sounds fantastic. Wow.
Buy that cleavage a beer.
Distinctly pointing in 2 different directions.
2 directions. Okay. Not like kinda. It's a whole trademark. Distinctly. Crocoite forms. God. Okay, so it forms. Now I'm all self-conscious about my nose. I feel like you can see all my boogies. Anyway,
I can't.
Crocoite. Thank you. Tell me if you can. Just at any point, stop me and tell me if you can see my boogies.
I'll say I can see your boogies. Don't worry.
That'll be our code word. Okay, thanks. It'll be our secret code word. So, Crocoite forms. Listen, it forms in lead deposits and is often associated with the other lead minerals. And the notable occurrences were Australia, Russia, and the United States. But I want to talk more about Australia here in a minute because there's a very particular mine where this crocoite kind of comes from. So it was first described, not discovered, but first described in 1797 by a German mineralogist and geologist by the name of Franz Ludwig von Kober.
That sounds like
fun.
That sounds like a German name.
Yeah. So the reason that they came across this is because they started pulling this stuff, crocoite, out of the Adelaide mine in Tasmania, Australia. And it was a surprise. It was a shock. This is not what they were looking for. They were there for silver. And they were pulling silver out. It was a big silver lead mine. And then all of a sudden this red shit starts coming out of it. And they're kind of like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this?
And it starts to, because of this bright yellow, bright red-ish, pigment that it has, starts to gain popularity. So this mine starts to become like the number one place to get this crocoite from. And because of that, because of its popularity and just the weirdness of it being discovered as like a secondary mineral in this mine, and then how much of it there was, crocoite actually was adopted into Tasmania's mineral emblem. Its official mineral emblem. So that's cute. Now, there's something, if you're a painter, if you're an artist out there, there's a pigment, yellow pigment known as chrome yellow. You ever watched old Bob Ross? I think chrome yellow made an appearance once or twice, along with titanium white.
Oh, titanium white. And then you got the ochres. White.
Yeah. And then that one blue that he always talks about, but I forget what it's called. It's got a silly name, though. Okay. The bright yellow pigment, known as chrome yellow, began to gain some popularity in the 19th century, started getting used a lot in paintings and in textiles, and chemically they found out that it is identical in composition to the crocoite stone. So while it's not, don't do this now, but it was used to pigment things and to make this original chrome yellow, which then later came, and they were like, maybe let's not do this out of lead. Let's make this another thing. But when they made it interestingly was just identical in composition to the stone. In the 20th century, people started getting wise about the toxicity of lead and all the bad things that can happen, including crocoite. And collectors and researchers and fans of crocoite began to start taking precautions, finally, with this stuff, to not lead to lead exposure. And that was not until the 20th century, so I'm like, what were you doing before that? I mean, I just feel like one day you open your newspaper and you just go... Yeah. Because you've read the news of what can happen to your butt from popping it up there. You go to the bathroom, you have to rip it out of your butthole. Folk healers believed that, now this is sort of ancient uses here, but folk healers believed that crocoite treated people for infertility, particularly infertility caused by something, a uterine nature. You know what I mean? So
okay, like not spurting infertility. This is
not spurting infertility. Okay. This is like the internal plumbing, I guess. Magically, big associations with fire. Obviously, you can guess why it looks like fire. It is associated with themes of fire, including passion and creativity and vitality. There's also a large tie to transformation and change. So this is a good stone to use in rituals focused on personal growth, metamorphosis, also creativity, passion, and your emotional well-being are tied in to this stone. Some say that the patterns within the crystal can enhance their ability to receive spiritual insights. Was there more info on this or why? No. Crocoite, along with being used for infertility, like one of the uses that goes back along the longest that I could find was to improve memory and to improve your mood. Which is strange to me because that doesn't seem tied in to its use at all.
I feel like lead fertility is not going to help memory retention in the long term.
Maybe in the short term. I don't know. It blasts all of your neural networks open for just like a short period of time.
Maybe so.
Now, in research, I did come across a website. It's kabiragate.com. We'll put a link to it in the notes. But they say specifically of crocoite that this is able to endow you with such sexual attractiveness that there will be no end to the fans that you receive.
That doesn't sound appealing.
That sounds spooky.
This sounds like a monkey's paw kind of deal, or or like a wish gone wrong.
What's that movie? Perfume or Is it Perfume? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, when he puts on the murder scent and everybody comes. Yeah. Dude, I didn't know.
Is it Perfume?
Oh, yeah, that's Perfume, buddy. I didn't know that anything about that movie. And then one of my roommates put it on in college one day, and like 2.5 hours later, it was just over. And I was like, what do I do now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Listen, I recently watched Saltburn for the first time, and did you watch it?
No, I need to. I need to do it. I know where it is. I've located the streaming platform, and I need to watch it. I want to.
I feel like the reaction might be similar, and I just want to kind of post a camera onto your face. And so, a thumbs up in the chat if you want to watch Macy watch Saltburn. And if you want to watch me next to her, just looking at her like...
I've heard a lot of just little snippets, enough to have me deeply curious about what is inside of this movie. So I do definitely want to watch it.
Aside from all of like the big eye-catchy stuff, the big parts of the movie, it is just like a pretty English film.
I'm down for that. And, I'm a sucker. I'll take it. And
listen, like a big English house.
wind in, I don't even, real or not, or role play, I don't know yet, but wind vampires in there, and I'm in. It's fine.
All right. Ooh, all right. So yeah, this stone is Saltburn, I guess. Crocoite equals Saltburn. No, but they say that you will have no end to the fans that are attracted to you because you will become so sexually appealing. They also on this website say, astrologers say that this gem can be worn. That this gem cannot be worn by people born under the sign of Aries because it makes them arrogant. And arrogant.
Good. Wow. Hey, don't tell me what to do. You know?
Yeah.
I can't be that
Don't
bad.
tell an Aries what to do.
Way to make sure that they're gonna fucking do it. You single out a single stone and say, you can't wear this. They're gonna say, okay. And they're gonna fucking wear it.
And I think the phrasing even was, astrologers say that this gem cannot be worn only by people born under the sign of Aries. So it takes it even a step further.
Yeah, it's good. Arrogant and arrogant.
Arrogant. Which I'm sure was a typo, but reading it just made me go, all right, so we have this stone that embodies the passion of fire, the creativity, it stimulates sexual passions, it is dangerous to touch, so perhaps admire it from afar.
Wow.
Which, hey, if maybe that's something you want to incorporate, if you are looking for this attractiveness and you are looking for this endless amount of fans, but maybe you want to be admired from afar, you know, maybe you don't want to be touched.
I get it.
You know, home invaded or whatever.
That's like, usually, I'm feeling this. This is nice. Yeah, it's like, tell me.
Look at me.
Yes.
I'm pretty. I'm fiery. Not for Aries, but also...
like, perceive me, but over there.
Yeah. And if you do touch me, wash your hands after. I like that. Just seems good.
Not before. After
no,
they touch you, they need to wash their... Oh, you're talking about the rock. Okay.
I'm just... Yes, after you touch me, you're gonna be filthy. But I was kind of trying to dig into a deeper meaning behind this mineral because it didn't seem to have a massive history like some of the things that we go into. And while there are aspects of it that are interesting, that you can draw the fieriness from the color, it is beautiful, it is said to stimulate your creativity, and I could see that. If I had this here, like on my shelf, I would feel that fire, that kind of right there in your belly, you know, I would be able to get that, but I wanted to pull more from it, and it just sort of popped in my head. Okay, so picture this, all right, and you'll have to go on a journey with me, okay?
I'm going.
Picture this. It's Tasmania. We're in a place that's known, this particular mine, known for its silver and its lead, right? And we've got these miners here. They're digging away. They're minding their own business, and they're expecting all the usual stuff. When bam! All right, out pops Crocoite. This wild and vibrant and fiery looking crystal. And it's like, surprise, bitch! I'm not what you were looking for, am I? Right? And I think we can relate that a little bit to life, right? Like, I think we can set out on our path thinking we know where we're headed, thinking we know what's up and we know what's good, and then boom, life throws us a big fat fucking curveball. And we end up discovering things about ourselves and the world and other people that we never saw coming. And I think that even though it was not a part of the original plan, and it sort of left everyone that was there kind of like, what the hell is this? It ends up being a magical twist on things. And I think it's sort of like, you know, what is it, guys? I think there's more to this journey than meets the eye, or whatever he says. I wrote, there's more to this journey than meets the eye, and I know that's not the quote, but it made me think of when he said, does he say, I think there's more to this hobbit that meets the eye? Or does he say, I think there's more to this outfit that meets the eye?
I don't remember.
After he was skewered like a wild boar. And he has this tight little mithril shirt on, and everybody's like, oh wow, you should have died. And he splays his chest and everybody rubs it like that.
Yeah, they really do all touch it. It's like, you'll know that's mithril. You know what it is. You don't have to. What is touching it going to tell you?
Touch it too.
I mean, I get it. It's legendary as fuck. Yeah. It's worth a ton of money. Like, I guess
if Gandalf was just like, this is worth more than your whole ass like country everything. That you're whatever.
Yeah, I'd touch it. I do like to touch things. I can't help it.
Yeah. But also, if I did just get stabbed by a giant cave troll and
don't touch my wound.
Don't touch me. Don't finger my wound at this moment, please. Anyway, relate this to your own life. I think.
Okay.
I think we can think about our journey, and we can find ourselves many times in life on a completely different path that we planned, and you can kind of dig into your own soul mine, if it were, and you can stumble across the hidden gems within yourself. So yeah, while it's not something that was expected, it did happen, and you move forward, and it was this wonderful thing that brought a lot of acclaim and fame to this particular mine. And hey, not all curveballs are a bad thing, and I think it's just about embracing the unexpected and perhaps stumbling along some extraordinary treasures, twists and turns along the way. And may the unforeseen surprises be the most enchanting part of your journey.
Not all who wander are lost.
But mostly.
You could be. You could be lost. Just
sometimes it's okay to admit that you might be lost. Yeah. Anyway, that's Coco Melon.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Good. Crocoite.
Macy.
It reminds me of the crocuses. Isn't that...
Which crocus?
Isn't that, what is a crocus? Is that a bug or is that a bird?
Is that I thought it were a flower.
Oh, it might be a flower.
I don't know. It just reminded me of the cicadas that are coming out this year.
I'm gonna
13-year and the 17-year.
I talk about them a little bit, and it is a flower. You are correct. It's neither a bird or a bug. I bring it up a little bit in the raccoon topic as a plus in the column for the raccoon for those of you that might not be looking forward to the cicadas. And
gobble them up.
Gobble, man. They just get out there and they just and they just get in there and go fucking
they just motorboat
all of them cicadas, dude.
Before we start with your topic, we need to let the people know that this space is for rent.
It's for rent. You can purchase it. We're for sale.
Yeah. Right. Slide up comfy right in between me and Macy's topics and have yourself a nice girthy little ad segment. What do? You sell a witchy product? What do? You provide a witchy service? What do? Something not witchy, but you think witches will like? Hit us up. wbahpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know. And we'll let you know about our advertising services. You've heard them. You'll love them. Put yours here. Wabah! Stick it here. All right,
you'll be in a Charlye and Macy sandwich.
If you were a sandwich, what part of the sandwich would you want to be?
I'd want to be the cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd want to be the cheese. I feel like it's a good layer to add to a sandwich that kind of adds moisture, but it doesn't necessarily make the sandwich soggier, but it does make it less dry. Okay. Also, you get a pungent nature from the cheese, and I am a fan of the pungent flavor profiles, and that cheese on the sandwich really brings that tart kind of pungent nature to a good sandwich. What about you?
What if it's just like a layer of fucking, what's it? Not Fermunda, not foreskin. Borskin cheese. What's it called?
Borskin?
Yes, borskin cheese.
Dude, it's cheese.
Me, I gotta be the bread. I gotta be a thick, chewy, soft, delicious bun. Pillowy.
That's good. That's
Maybe
a good part
basic.
of the sandwich to aspire to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We all need it. We all need the bread slices in our lives to help hold us all together.
Yeah. I'm that or I'm the onion. There is no in between.
Both important, in my opinion, in a sandwich. Like, if I'm home making a sandwich, you best believe I'm slicing a fucking onion and putting it on there.
Raw onion on a sandwich with yeah.
Dude,
some salt and some pepper.
I could eat me a good sando right now. I could
have a sando right now.
I could really do it.
Are we going to break for sandos?
Are we going to have lunch? All right. I am going to talk to you about something, though, that would eat a sandwich in front of you right now if it could. And it will if you let it.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. And they'll look at you with their weird little human paws.
They will. We're going to talk a lot about those hands that they have today.
Somebody needs to. God damn it.
Talking about the raccoon. Procyon lotor being the Latin fancy name. So, lotor, in this case, names the raccoon the washer. So, it means to wash. Washer, that's what that word means.
Okay.
And we're going to get into this, but there's a theme here because in Germany, the raccoon is called the Waschbären. Or it's, I don't know if they roll their R's. Waschbären, maybe. Or washing bear is the translation to that. So what's going on with all this washing, right? With this raccoon, why are they washing? Well, raccoons have long been observed, if having the opportunity to do so, they will dunk their food in water. They will wet their food before eating it. And it always looks like they've washed their food, like they're like rinsing their food
That's
off.
Gross. I was so excited for washing bear. I thought it was going to be so cute, but like soggy foods.
But there's a reason for it as to why they're doing it that I actually think is cooler than the washing aspect of like, no, they're not actually washing their food. I mean, they're fucking raccoons. They're dirty little garbage animals. No, they're not washing their food. They don't give a shit about washing their food. Not to mention they might just be dipping that food in like a dirty puddle on the street.
Salmonella river. Yeah.
So like, no, that's not what's going on. But the real reason why they're doing this, which is really cool, is that it involves their hands. It involves their weird little forepaws, especially their front little feet. And raccoons they don't have opposable thumbs like we do. So that their thumb is not fully opposable, but they do have very, very dexterous hands that can just do all sorts of shit. They can grab and they can twist.
They have 4 thumbs. I know it.
But they technically don't have the articulated or like thumb articulation that we have. But they do have 5 fingers that they know how to use. And so their paws, though, specifically, the skin of their palms is really sensitive. And there's a whole bunch of nerves going to their palms. This whole wiring setup, a sensory setup in their little hands that can better process what they're holding. But the kicker is that it works better. The neurons light up and function better and give more sensory information with water. So the raccoon dips its food in water because that water connection to their palms between the food, like it helps the nerves give them more information because what they're doing is they're learning more about what they're about to shove in their face. They're wetting the food to learn more about what it is that they're eating because kind of like how dogs see with their noses, raccoons largely see with their hands. They're a touch-oriented creature, and the amount of like nerves that they have wired up in their hands to tell them what's going on about the world and what they're touching is huge. So that's what they're doing. When they wet it, they're trying to activate those nerves better so they can like better figure out like, what am I touching right now? They're very touchy little creatures.
All I can think about is wet, soggy bread. All I can think
They'll
about
love
is soggy ass bread.
Nom nom nom. There's that video of the raccoon that keeps trying to dunk cotton candy and it just melts in the moment. But that's what it's doing. It's trying to learn about what's going on. And so raccoons are native to North America. They can be found pretty heavily in Canada, the U.S., save for the Rockies and certain high elevation parts apparently of the Southwest. They're not into that. They're not into that life. They're not living there. But they're in Mexico, Central and South America. But this is an opportunistic little species of critters. And because of that, they've basically established themselves in multiple other places in the world that they did not originate in. And they are thriving. Some might say they are invading.
Some might say they're a problem.
They're an issue. So one of these places is Germany, which I learned from a very fun article called Beer Drunk Raccoons Are Taking Over Germany, which was a good time. It was a fun read. And
I love that. Good for them.
Apparently, they're really big fans of beer in Germany, and anytime there's festivals and whatnot, like raccoons will find all of the empty bottles and the mulled wine cups and get hammered fucking drunk and act a fool all over town, breaking into people's houses, dudes, trying to drink the beer. Like, and the thing is people underestimate raccoons and how vicious they can be. If it's little enough, they'll kill your fucking dog. They don't give a shit. If it's like a little chihuahua, they're coming for it, something like that. So like raccoons are very serious little animals, man. And we're going to get into that later, into the quote strength of raccoons. So how did raccoons get in Germany? What's going on? So apparently in the 1930s, a forest official in Germany who wanted to increase the biodiversity in Germany released a breeding pair of raccoons out into the wild and just launched them out there. And so that happened. And then not too long after this, during World War II, a fur farm was bombed. And so at this point, beginning in the 20s, raccoons were being imported into Europe for fur farming, because this was in the period when everybody would wear all the fur coats and shit. And so this fur farm was bombed, and there was like 20 raccoons escaped into the woods. And so that led to an increase in the breeding population.
Proud of them.
Yeah. And so now apparently there's a legend with the raccoons introduction in Germany that apparently says that the raccoons were actually introduced into Germany by Hermann Göring, who was the founder Nazi dickwad of the Gestapo. But that isn't the case. It seems that it was...
What a weird thing to say.
Yes, but that does not seem to be true. It seems that they were released, and then later they released themselves into the wild following a fur farm explosion. So
what a strange rumor to start.
Yeah, I don't know. But there it is. And now the raccoons spread all over Europe. Listen, I saw a distribution map and I was very surprised at how the humble raccoon has really carved itself a nice distribution all across Europe. All across it. It's everywhere. And in many of these places, it's listed as an invasive species, a big time invasive species. A whole problem. A whole ass aggressive problem.
They love to be aggressive.
And so they can really take a toll on native species for a lot of reasons. One, their additional competition that showed up in a pretty short time span. And considering how delicate ecosystems can be a lot of the time, when you inject something like that, especially something that's so versatile and opportunistic that will eat all of these different food sources and they're voracious, it just adds a lot of competition. And some of this is within a handful of decades, not even that long of time since they came in.
And raccoons aren't subtle. No. Like they're not
nothing about
slipping
them
in undetected. No.
They're
like every, like in every like mob movie, there's like the one like really like loud dude who's sort of just like kind of he's the goof, you know what I mean? He doesn't really nobody takes him seriously, but he does always talk about like how he gets all the mob shit done. But like he's just there. That's what a raccoon is to me.
They are loud. There have been moments before that I've just like been on the back decking, especially in the summertime when like dusk is a long period of time, and I'll just be sitting out there and being quiet, and I'll start hearing them bumbling up towards like the banisters, because sometimes they try to sneak in. We had a whole period of trying to fight with raccoons about a year ago because they kept trying to steal our fish food for the aquaponics system. Yes. And they're so smart, but you would hear them and they sounded like a herd of buffalo coming up to the house. They are not quiet. They just bumble through the leaves, and I would just listen to them coming on up all the way out of the woods.
They don't give a shit.
No, they don't care.
Because they're like, what's the word I'm looking for? Stubborn, ostentatious. Like, they just keep coming at it. I know Mom had an issue with them trying to get her squirrel feed.
They're such
not squirrel feed, her bird feed
adversaries. Bird feeders are a common issue when it comes to raccoons. That's oftentimes where humans and raccoons clash. It's bird feeders is a common one.
And she's got wildlife cameras and stuff, so she would make all these crazy ways to like try to keep the raccoons away, and they would just every goddamn time they'd figure it out. They'd look at it and they'd kind of trial and error it, and then they'd eat the shit out of her bird food.
Yep.
And she'd call me and be enraged.
Yep. We talk a lot about the raccoon brain later, and how if you underestimate a raccoon in any capacity, you set yourself up for failure completely and wholeheartedly. Ooh. And tenacious. Very tenacious. And I'm getting self-confident. They got a lot of self-confidence in themselves. They believe in their capacity to solve a problem. And so the same thing is, or not the same thing necessarily, but there's an issue of these raccoons as well as in Japan. So there was a really popular cartoon apparently in the 1970s called Rascal the Raccoon. And this popular cartoon made it so that it was very trendy to import a whole bunch of baby raccoons into Japan as pets. And if you know anything about raccoons, they oftentimes grow up into spitting, screaming hellspawn because they're wild animals. And so then these wild animals would be just released out into the woods. This is a highly opportunistic creature. They survived. And now Japan is just overrun with raccoons, and they did eventually enact a law to stop the importation, but by that point it was too late. It's too late. What you can do? There's raccoons everywhere, bro. It's too late. They're already there. They're at your back door, waiting.
Dude, the way some species have like tried their hardest and not been able to make it, I feel like looks at a raccoon like it's just a goddamn a laughing in their face.
Raccoons are absolutely remarkable. Like researching them, and I love raccoons. Like, but at the same time, like you can't. They are absolutely gray morally. They are just such gray creatures because, and of course, like it's an animal, you know, like, of course it's like trying to survive, but their capabilities make them such a complicated little creature. And I love that for them. I love everything about that. But at the same time, they are a huge fucking problem. And so it's just, it's an interesting issue that they pose, especially since they are so capable of surviving just about anywhere. They're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out some way or another. And
they're going to mess you up.
They're going to mess you up. And raccoons have a very diverse diet. They love tree nuts. They'll eat a nice acorn. They'll just nom a nice little acorn.
They love the nuts.
They'll throw down with some bugs. So all of you guys that are already lamenting about the big cicada boom coming this year, which I, for one, cannot wait. Serenade me with your sounds. Cannot wait, dude. I'm going to absolutely vibrate out of this realm of existence. I can't wait.
I will until the very last, like, fourth of cicada season. And then at that point, I will just sort of stare a hole into the ground and be like, enough, goddammit, enough.
God, I can't
As I do every year.
I can't wait. And so those of you, though, that are not a fan of that sound coming for you soon to an area near you, raccoons eat the shit out of them. They love them. Crunch, 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 crunch. And
can you imagine the crunchy treat that a cicada would be?
I can, because every cicada season, the first thing my dogs do when I let them out every morning is try to scan the area under the porch light of cicadas that fell throughout the night. And they're not dead. They're just laying there. So the moment the dogs catch them, they just start screaming.
It's just screech.
And I hear the crunch. They love it enough to do it every day. So I know it must be delicious for them to do. But anyway, raccoons are helping you out. They're cutting those cicada screams short for you.
Yeah.
And if they're not doing that, what else do they eat? Listen, maybe they'll go fucking chow down on a baby rabbit or rip a chicken's head off. They're capable. They'll do it. Don't put it past them for a second if they can find one. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe they'll enjoy a nice fruit, a nice berry that they can pluck off of a bush and be nice. Or
how pleasant.
Or maybe one is walking and it finds this just wafting, steamy chunk of carrion, and it's like, you know what? I haven't had carrion in a while. Like, I could eat a little bit. I could eat a little bit of carrion, a little bit of rotten flesh. Just a little nibble. Nobody's going to tell. So they might do that. They might do that one day. Or maybe it lights a couple of candles and it puts a little napkin in its lap. And it's like, I'm going to have this wonderful dinner of turtle eggs that I found. And I'm also going to eat this dead turtle mother because I killed her too. And I'm going to eat this all in this lovely spread just for me. Or maybe it wanders down to the local farm fields and just wreaks absolute havoc. It just throws down on all the crops that are out there. It has a time. It eats until it is full and has a fantastic... And you know what? Maybe after that, it does a beautiful 10 out of 10 swan dive right into the juiciest, wettest dumpster that it could fucking find.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, they love a dumpster.
That's the day of a raccoon's diet. They can eat anything. They can eat anything. They've got very strong stomach acid. Not like vulture level strength, but like very strong, apparently, stuff moves through their little bodies pretty damn quickly, and they just burn right through it. They can shove it in their mouths. Wow. They can usually eat it.
They're industrial. That's what a raccoon is to me.
They're
industrial.
Little eating machines. And they are so... God, they're just so gluttonous. They're so fun to watch eat. Like when we were dealing with this one stealing our fish food, and it was a little family of raccoons stealing our fish food, and we had it in like this closet, kind of in the back decking area. And if we left that door cracked, even at all, if it wasn't perfectly latched, if it was like just pushed shut and wasn't latched, not only would they get it open, they could open the latches of the food container and get their little hands in there. And we've got a video that Hunter took from the back door. And he's filming this little raccoon, and it's just sitting on its little fat butt, and it's just digging its hand, full fist, digging its hand into the fish food, and just like nomming really hard. And Hunter like knocks on the glass, and it's got its hand in. It's like a cartoon. It freezes, and its hand is outstretched, and it just continues moving its hand towards its mouth and keeps eating, and it doesn't care. It doesn't care about anything, dude.
No, dude. They don't give a shit. I saw one eating dog food out of someone's dog bowl.
Yes.
Like through the back, and it was just sitting there with its little hands out like this, and it would just kind of and do its little, thing. And I remember watching it for a little bit, and then we were kind of like, okay, we should maybe shoo it away. So we knock on the door. And same thing. I don't think this one even looked at us. I think he just kind of like, its ear kind of like twitched.
Yeah, the little rotation.
It heard.
Yeah.
But it just kept chowing down. Didn't give a shit. What if I was a tiger or something, brother, about to come eat your shit? Come on.
And so raccoons are primarily crepuscular, which is one of my favorite words. I love the word crepuscular. Tastes like butterscotch. Always. Just nom, 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 nom. And that means, so they're active at dawn or dusk and or nighttime. Or, like dawn or dusk and nighttime. Nocturnal creatures.
Pause. Crepuscular tastes like butterscotch to you?
Yeah. I don't make the
Not
rules.
like pus.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it does. It's good. I like it. Crepuscular.
That's okay.
And so the thing is, though, about raccoons, this is the case for many other nocturnal creatures, is if you see a raccoon out in the day, it doesn't automatically mean that it's got
rabies.
Rabies. Sometimes, especially during cub rearing season, when you got like a mom that's raising 3 to 5 cubs, she's maybe having to go out in the daytime too, adjusting her schedule a little bit to get some food and survive.
Okay.
So
that's true. But what would you do if your son was at home? Crying all alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry. This raccoon is out sleeping with a man to make a little bit of money, and his daddy's gone. Somewhere smoking rock now. In and out of lockdown. She ain't got a job now. So for you, this is just a good time, Macy. But for her, that's what she calls life.
It's well placed. No, I liked it. It's seamless. So
dumb.
But so she's got these babies and she has them in a den or she has them wherever she has them. They're going to, until like 40 days, they got to stay in the den. So she's got to hunt and bring the food back to feed all these kids. And so she might be hunting out in the day, or foraging out in the day. Doesn't mean.
I immediately think rabies. Immediately.
Well, so.
Every time.
That's not without reason. And we're going to talk about that. But it is, so this is not like one of those nice situations where like the daddy bird stays and helps and is like a good parent. Like the little mom raccoon.
No, that doesn't seem very raccoon.
No, the mom raccoon does all of this on her own. Sometimes they live in family, like little family groupings, but generally like it's the dude fucking
he
nuts
goes for
and
milk.
leaves. Yeah, he's gone. And so she might be out hunting. However, that isn't to say that raccoons don't carry rabies. They can, among many other things, including like canine distemper, which can spread to humans. Like they're full of bugs. Okay. Don't fuck with raccoons and leave them alone.
Don't fuck with raccoons. Don't fuck with bats.
Yeah. Like I know they're cute, and they got these cute little fat bodies and their little black mask and their little hands that just look so cute and their little tail that's got the little bands on it. And it's fucking cute, but they will fuck you up so quick. Mm-hmm. Oh, fast. They're not a Those
little hands are like knives.
Oh my God. They just want to tear you. They want to mess you up. They want to mess you up. They will mess you up.
Nothing and bring them more pleasure.
They make the possum seem like an absolute fucking nutsack. In comparison, like just when you compare the two, it's not even. And I love.
Yeah, the
possums.
possum seems pretty toothless compared to a.
Yes,
yeah.
I mean totally different system of view in the world. Two different worldviews between those two creatures, and on the note of rabies, while of course not all raccoons have rabies, and if you say that's not the case, rabies are. They are one of the greater carriers of rabies as a species. So it's not uncommon. They carry rabies often. You don't want rabies. You probably already know that because most people have spent the few minutes of reading the rabbit hole of what happens of getting incurable rabies when you can't catch it in the beginning. And it's fucking scary. And there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Rabies is one of those things that like is left over as a kid, like childhood fear. Like there are certain things as an adult that you don't. Quicksand. That's the first. Yes, it's such a common one for kids, and that's so funny. And then you grow up and you're like, whatever. Rabies, though? Rabies? Dude, I had a possum, like, look in my direction one time, and this was before I knew about possums not really carrying rabies or anything. And I spent 3 days testing if I could still touch water. It was awful.
That tracks.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get it. I convinced myself I couldn't breathe for a little while, and that was fun to fixate on as a child. So if you see a raccoon, give them a wide berth. If it's a raccoon in the wild, just leave it alone and try to control their outlets for mischief. Because we got to talk about their mischievous nature. And good luck with trying to control their outlets for mischief, because anyone who has tried to outsmart raccoons, like you were saying earlier, will tell you that they're really fucking intelligent. These are smart little animals. And it got me thinking, how smart are raccoons? How smart are they really?
Give them the SATs.
They've done intelligence tests with raccoons. And raccoons test just under primates. These are highly intelligent animals. Very intelligent.
Whoa.
They show very high intellect that leaves cats and dogs in the fucking dust completely. And these little guys are opportunistic, largely because they can be. They are smart enough to reason and problem solve, and they will fucking do it. And their brains are wired for problem solving. They love it. They have a natural proclivity for it. And Vanderbilt University did research on the brains of animals and how many like neurons there were, because there's believed to be a correlation between like neurons and brain size equating to intelligence and intellect. And they had an average of 438 million neurons, which in their little teeny tiny skull is actually a pretty high concentration. There's a lot of brain power in that little brain case.
Is that compared? Is there comparison numbers to like us or dogs?
So we're like way off the charts in comparison.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, it
Big
was
brain.
like it was like in the billions or something like that.
Fuck yeah, it is.
But they
humans. Okay.
It's like I don't exactly remember. I did read a little bit about how it compared to other things, but it was the size that made it like kind of a dual comparison, because it wasn't just about the number. It was the fact that they've just got like these kind of little bitty heads with all of these neurons packed inside this small brain. And if it was based just solely on that, they still would be ranked amongst privates in intelligence just by the like potential brain power on paper. But apparently there have been intelligence tests administered. One of these is where, and this is not just done for raccoons, but apparently this is just done with animals to see if they can figure it out. And so they've got a vessel, right? They got like a tall vessel, and they put like a little treat. And one in this example I saw was like a marshmallow, right? So they like drop a marshmallow in the bottom, and there's like a little bit of water or liquid at the bottom. And it's too far for the animal to get. So they drop this treat down, and it can't grab the marshmallow. So it's reaching its hand in. It can't get the marshmallow. And so then they show the little animal, whatever they're testing, they'll drop little pebbles or something into the water and show like it will raise the water level and raise the little marshmallow up. And raccoons, not only, so they were able to observe and replicate this pretty commonly. They were able to figure this out, like, oh, okay, I can use tools. I can put these rocks in and I will get this out. Some other raccoons, in very raccoon fashion, said, fuck this, I'm going to make my own way. And it just knocked the whole vessel over and got the marshmallows out that way, which that's a raccoon. That's what they're going to do. They're
very brutish.
They're going to get the bag.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to smash the door in.
They're just going to get it.
Yeah,
But they know, it was able to know, like, or fuck all this, and I can just knock this over, and I know it's going to tumble out. Like, I know that this is going to fall over. I get how gravity works. And
it's already wet, just how they like it.
They're fine. They can put their little hands on it and be like, ooh, it's sugary and sweet and sticky. And then they yum, yum, yum. And then they'll lick their little hands and they'll have a great time.
Little sticky rodent paws.
Oh, they love it. They love it. They are not rodents, though.
Okay.
They're technically they're closer related to weasels and bears.
Bears?
Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, look.
Imagine a bear-sized raccoon.
Terrible. And it still acted like a raccoon. House. Yeah, it still had the same tendencies. And if you walk up on it, it still goes like at you, but it's like 800 pounds size of a grizzly. It's so scary. It's the size of the dumpster.
Terrifying.
God.
It's so cute.
So cute. Oh, God. I'd want to ride one. I'd want to.
Oh, my God.
Have one as.
In the battle?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
it's scary, honestly.
Yeah.
Can you imagine those hands that would just rip a head off a body in a heartbeat?
And
they love ripping off
yeah.
heads. They're really good at it.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, they'll rip off a chicken head in a heartbeat.
Cool.
Yeah. They love to kill chickens. They love it. So, if you've ever been camping at a state park, you have had to, you're walking right into the turf of street smart raccoons, first of all. They know everything that you think you know to trick them. They're so far ahead of your game. They know all the fucking tricks.
They know how to get in your fucking cooler.
They know how to get everything. Those latches on that tote that you think that they can't get open, that all of your food is in, that you think they can. And if they can't open them yet, come back in a couple years, maybe a year, and the news will have traveled and these raccoons will have figured it out and they can open that they wouldn't. They all keep learning. They're going to fucking figure it out. And this ability to reason is what keeps them learning and adapting, which is why their populations correlate with ours. So, like, they're trending upwards in population, going right alongside us without difficulty at all.
They're going to learn how to unlock our cars.
Sure. They'll figure it out. I wouldn't be surprised if one was able to make the connection, like that key fob thing that they touch. Like, if it could get a hold of it, I think they could figure it out. They're highly trainable. And
get them a set of lock picks. They'll be in there.
They'll think like they listen. They love a puzzle. It seems that they love it, and they're not just living with us, like alongside us. We are making smarter raccoons. They are learning from us every day, and they're adapting.
They're like AI.
They are. They seriously are, and they're adapting all the while to take advantage of this living arrangement that they are, I think, doing far better at than we are. And again, they're opportunistic largely because they can be. They go after what they want because they've got the brains to pull it off. You know, like a lot of creatures will be like, oh, that's out of my reach. Or, oh, you know, like they don't even, a raccoon didn't give a shit about that. If it sees something, it's like, I could do that. I could get up there. Yeah, I could get up there.
A dog will just stare at it sad for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
But a raccoon will go get it.
Like, not only does a raccoon have the physical capability, it has the mental capability to puzzle out a clever way to get up there. Like, it can figure out how to, it can solve problems. And I found, I was on the Reddit thread, just for funsies, of some people who had some stories about fighting raccoons on their own turf, trying to figure out how to outsmart raccoons. And this started a correlation that I found of this word that was fun. But this was from, so here's a submission that we had. I used to have a raccoon stick for a dumpster at a previous job. I seen a whole family climb out. They're strong as hell. And that was posted by user butt snorkeler.
Yeah.
So strong.
Oh,
They're strong. And I was like, that's a very interesting word choice, butt snorkeler. And so I looked into that and wanted to find out a little bit more. And then I found this article that was written in the same kind of like choppy way. This is an article, CBC article, 3 smartest animals in your backyard. These black, gray, pudgy animals are often called nuisances, but they're smart. Raccoons are the second smartest animal, and they enjoy the nightlife and are extremely strong.
They enjoy the nightlife.
Why are they
Can
strong?
you imagine?
Oh, they enjoy the nightlife, and they are strong.
They enjoy the nightlife.
Oh, ChatGPT wrote that article, and I know it. So they are. So it's like, okay, strong, sure, but they are actually physically impressive creatures, which is funny because they look like little dough balls. They look like little dumplings that you can just put in a little steamer and just nom 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 nom, just eat them up. But
I would.
Oh, dude, brosive. Give me one right
like
now.
A bow bun.
Yes,
raccoon.
man. Put it just all up. And you know, but they're not. They actually can really. They can really move when they need to. So, They're one of the few mammals that can descend a tree head first. So they can climb straight down instead of needing to go down with their little butt. They can just go straight down. And they are excellent swimmers. They can swim very well. So they can climb every mountain and ford every stream or whatever the fucking saying is. And if they have something that's in basically a tangent line that they want to go get, they're going to get there. And they're going to get over every obstacle. Unstoppable. Incredible animals. And like so raccoons, I was like, where do they sleep? Do they rest?
Do they sleep?
Do they rest ever? And apparently they like to den. They are denning creatures, and they'll den in hollow trees, which apparently that is something that I saw. If you have old hollow trees that you're cutting down, please take a little time to maybe try to scare the critters out of it, because a lot of raccoons die from people cutting down old trees, and they die in the fall because they didn't know, So if you're going to cut an old tree down, take a moment to maybe like see if you can vacate everybody out of there. They like old foxholes that have been abandoned. Things like that. Issues can arise because they also love a good chimney or an attic. Raccoons in the attic are a common issue. And then you suddenly have a family of raccoons in the attic, because generally this is going to be like a single mom who's got her cubs. She needed a dry place. She found an attic. She wants to keep them there until they get old enough for her to take them back out again. And
what do you do? What do? You just call animal control?
Well, I looked into this, and this is all around. This seems to be a difficult situation because a lot. So I tried to find the best course of action here, and some rehab sites just flat out say, if you can leave them, try to. Because they'll probably move out their way. After about, I think it's like 8 weeks, the cubs get big enough, and then they're going to start venturing out, and she teaches them to forage, and they go about their way and either rejoin their little family grouping or, go about their business. If not, try to trap them all together. Apparently, there's like a lot of ways that this can go inhumane and south, where the mother is separated from the cubs. Some places just seal the mother out of the attic and separate that way and just leave the cubs there. So it seems there are more humane ways to remove all of the family together, which seems to be the high priority, unless you can leave them there and just leave them.
Looks like you just got roommates.
Well, and I tried to imagine this. I tried to imagine this situation. I put me and Hunter in this situation. I was trying to imagine it. I was like, I imagine the conversation of me being like, let's just leave them. Let's just let them stay up there for 8 to 9 weeks. They're going to move on. And I could just see him being like, we can't have a family of raccoons living in the insulation of our attic. And I just imagined it. But I would want to, because like the thing is, I mean, like the babies are going to make like a little bit of waste, I'm sure. Of course they are. But like the mother raccoon's not going to shit in the den. Like raccoons are weird about their waste. They're clean about it, and they use communal latrines. Apparently, they're called latrines. And it's like a whole regional grouping of raccoons will all go shit and piss in the same area, and they're called raccoon latrines. And it's like they keep it all there, and they don't go near their dens, but they all use this communal space.
Ew.
Yeah.
You just wander, just taking a nice hike.
Yeah, and you stumble upon it.
Just come across one of those.
Vein of raccoon waste that's layers deep. But
and they eat some terrible shit. So
with their diet? Yeah.
Rough.
Oh my God. No, I can't imagine. So it does all around. It seems like it's not an easy thing to have them in your attic, and it's a situation by situation basis, and try to be as humane as you can if the situation arises. If they have to be moved, keep them all together, make sure that it's like a good rehabbing situation, and do not fuck with them. You specifically do not fuck with them. If you're going to move them, have professionals come out and do it, and hire professionals that care.
Or don't at all.
Or I would absolutely just let them stay in my attic. I would. So contrary to common belief, they do not hibernate. Raccoons do not hibernate. While they do den up, especially with cubs and during periods of cold, they will still venture out on like a good warm day. Like the weather we're having today, the raccoons are going to be out and about tonight because it's wintertime. They're denning, sure, but they're going to take advantage of the food times to go out and
get something to eat.
Get some food, yeah. So longevity-wise, raccoons can live approximately max upper end 15 to 16 years. Now, in the wild, we're probably talking about 5, around average, with the second year claiming the most raccoons of all of the years, which makes sense because for some, and it varies by region and season, but some raccoons stay with their mother for the first year of their lives as little babies until they go about their own. Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, they're just hanging out with mom. Some leave earlier. Some leave in only a handful of months, 6 months or so. But
some of them go on MILF Manor.
Some of them do go on MILF Manor as soon as they possibly can when they are just out of their
Joey's a raccoon.
Just out of their teens. Yeah. He's definitely a cub in this instance. And so he not Joey. So these raccoons are a year old. They leave their mom the first year of their life, the first year of their life they're on their own is their second year, and they're more likely to fuck up and do something stupid. And that's generally the highest year of mortality. But it seems that they make it through that year. They're smart enough to stick it out longer.
Okay.
So apparently raccoons pretty social creatures. They live in small little groups called nurseries. That's what a grouping of raccoons is called, is a nursery. I also saw them called a gaze, Gaze, a gaze of raccoons, which
that's cool.
The masks, I wondered if that was why, because they all, you see them looking at you.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, that's pretty, I'd never heard that before. But females live in larger little small groups. So maybe 6 to 10, perhaps you might have a little family group.
Sorority.
Yeah, a little 24/7 hen party going on. But the males too will sometimes buddy up with each other, making smaller little ragtag groups, which isn't uncommon with male animals. 2 to 4 or so, which is cute and good for them. They
buddies
got some buddies. Yeah. And so let's get to the metaphysical.
Go take care of your kids, though.
No, they have no interest in that. They literally just want to get back with their bros and go ramble the countryside some more.
They're Sagittarius.
They're just like, I'm just picturing like the 4 hobbits in the Lord, just like going on their nighttime walks around the Shire.
Raccoon.
Yeah. So for the metaphys, right up at the top, I think we've got to consider the problem-solving energy that we have going on with this animal. Because it is a creature that not only has a proclivity for problem-solving, it is going to solve that problem. It doesn't just have the ability to, it is going to. It refuses to not, and it's not going to give up until it does. And it just keeps getting smarter the more difficult things are. And that's some interesting energy to work with, And sometimes, listen, we just got to get ourselves out of a bind. And maybe we need to have our magic to do it. Or maybe we've got ourselves a goal in mind that we just really want to set our sights on. And raccoon energy is the way with this, I think, because it is crafty and it's creative and it's determined to the point to where sometimes it really feels like raccoons are also just receiving fun and enrichment from the challenge. Like if you've had to face off with raccoons, it's like you can tell they had fun solving that. It's like you left them an activity, not a challenge.
I was going to say, they don't ever seem frustrated.
No, they love it.
With the task at hand. Whereas you I don't know. I'm trying to think of other dogs. I guess, dogs that, you can give them their little thinking toy treats where they have to slide the shit around. They'll get visibly frustrated. Mm-hmm. You can tell that they're angry about it. I've never seen a frustrated raccoon. Fucking cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. They believe they can figure this out. I know that.
They're just I'm going to get it.
They have this cool confidence. They just know that they're going to figure it out. And that's just really good energy because it turns problem solving maybe into something a little bit more playful and rambunctious. Never losing sight of the goal in mind ever, because a raccoon never fucking does. But they add an element of play to their solving. And raccoons see an opportunity when most creatures would see defeat. They're amazing. They just don't seem to be troubled by an issue at all. They're just okay.
If I can get to this bird feeder, and I will, I'm gonna have all that food.
As they work in, and they don't worry so much, it seems, about the end goal. Like, they just know that's going to happen. They're like, first off, you know what I got to do? You know what I got to do? I got to get to that pole. And then when I get to that pole, I'll
figure out my next step.
I think that's just how they work. They don't get so caught up in the big picture. They're just kind of A to B. They're going to get there. They're going to set their fucking sights on it, and they're going to use their little hands, and they're going to get there. And they are surprisingly wise with this. And they have the ability to work as a solitary creature and as a unit, which is an additional threat to the situation.
Horrifying.
But it's like, and their energy is just, I feel like if you had to put it into one word, it is resourcefulness. They are resourceful to the purest degree. They're gonna make do. They are gonna use what they have, which is their mind and their body with its weird abilities that doesn't look like it is able to do, but it can, and maybe a support network, because they probably have a support network behind them, whether it's a couple of bros or it's some gal pals around that can help them out. And there's numerous stories of people witnessing raccoons working together to like raid bird feeders, like standing on shoulders and stuff like that, like using each other in ways to help solve problems so they can work together as a team. And again, I said it at the top and I'll say it again because it's the truth. The biggest mistake you can make is underestimating a raccoon, period. And that's some good energy because we all get underestimated on, people wrongly judge us, and I think there's just something interesting about when your misjudgment is turned against you, because that's what happens with raccoons. So we're like, oh, look at that cute little sweet little mask, just little doughy sweet baby. And then it either robs you blind or it like rears up and is like, just like screaming and spitting. And you're like, oh shit, there's something amazing about that. Like, because, and this might just be me, I hate being underestimated. I fucking hate it. So when you have that moment of like ripping off the veil and you're like, look at me, bitch, it's fantastic. Yeah. And I just feel like you get that with raccoon energy because like,
it's a real Gandalf the Grey throwing his robe off and he's Gandalf the White.
And I see him in that moment because as much as it frustrates me because it's like, buddy, why are you doing this to these guys? They've been through a lot. You've got to know they've been through a lot. Like, do you think they want to run into the Saruman the White right now? You think this is what they want? I know you just needed this. And at the same time, buddy, I get it.
That was a treat for him.
He had to make the reveal. I mean, he's Gandalf the White now. I mean, honestly, tell me in their history of roaming and tracking together, Aragorn didn't do something to warrant getting his hand burned by his sword. I'm sure that Gandalf had been sitting on that for a while.
Yeah. Aragorn said something a little sassy one day, and Gandalf just fucking held on to it.
Stored
through his death and space and time.
Yes.
And it just...
When he got to come back to finish this purpose, he was like, I gotta have one more side thing. I got stuff I gotta do. So
yes,
I feel like for the raccoon, so say you're in a situation in which you have been feeling underestimated, and this can happen in a whole lot of ways. Maybe you are working in a career field in which you are not taken seriously because of the way you look or the way that you were born or anything like that. For me, I've always been underestimated because of my size for like not having any strength whatsoever and like being acted like my uterus will fall out if I pick something up. And it happens to me every single time I fucking go to Tractor Supply to get dog food and I can carry this dog food bag. Okay. You don't got to ask me 6 times like, oh, are you sure you don't need one of like the guys to come and get? No, I don't need that. I'm walking out to my car. This is a 30-pound bag. But are you sure like I can get somebody? Yeah, I can fucking carry this bag. Okay. It's 30 pounds.
You're 4 feet tall. You need help.
I literally have started using self-checkout because I can just get out of there without getting interrogated about carrying fucking dog food out of the store. But it's like sometimes that energy, the reveal, when you get to like have a reveal of being
Hoist it
yes,
over your head.
Like there have been moments like to where I helped I helped like unload some furniture out of a truck one time with some previous bosses that I had, and like was helping move stuff. And like at one point I was like leading the backup out of the truck, like carrying the stuff and lowering it down. And like they gave me like, oh, well, be careful. Oh, never mind. I forgot you're strong. And it's like, yeah, you fucking, I'm helping you. I'm leading this unload. But it's like in those moments, you're like, fuck yeah, I am. Fuck yeah, I am. I'm here. Yeah. Did you not notice? Where have you been the last goddamn hour? But ego or not, it is. Those moments of that satisfaction of being like, thank God I'm at least getting noticed for something that should be obvious, that I shouldn't have to just crawl my way out of because of the way that I look or whatever. I feel like that's that raccoon energy. And it's somebody else's loss for underestimating you. And that's a perspective that I like. It's a little sneaky. It's just kind of like, and to remember, it's not the other way around. It's not your loss necessarily for being underestimated. Is it not fair? Yes, absolutely. It's not fair if you were being underestimated. But sometimes being the dark horse is the place to be. Sometimes that's you the want spot.
A little bit of that, not plausible deniability, but you know what I mean? Like, you want some of the unsuspect to be on you. You don't want all the...
Yeah.
You want to fly under the radar until it's time to throw off that robe.
Well, and again, we have the raccoon, which finds opportunity in places that others might consider defeat. And like the raccoon, maybe we got to figure it out. Maybe we can figure it out. And also like the raccoon, maybe we got to make a whole new path and just tip the whole fucking glass over if we got to. You know, but I feel like when we put ourselves in raccoon energy, we're just kind of like, all right, what are we going to do here? Because obviously playing straight and narrow isn't cutting it. Like, I've got to do something out of the box. I've got to handle this a different way. And I think you get this dark horse energy here because the raccoon is considered to be vermin. It is in the vermin class. And I think largely because of this underestimation, because when we think of vermin, we think of like cockroaches and mice. Here we have this animal that is just slightly less intelligent than fucking primates. And it is operating in this class rampantly, just ruling the genre. Because it's just like we stuck it there and it doesn't belong. It's just currently outsmarting us right now.
It does have a little bit of like a, I'm just a rat.
We call them trash pandas. Like they so have their bluff in on us.
Not me. I couldn't do it. What?
Yeah. What? And because we think they are dumber than they are. And the more dumb that we think that they are, the more that they thrive against us. And unlike many species, they are not fans of being thwarted. And I just find that remarkable. And that's the energy. That's the like, I'm going to keep coming back until you fucking realize that, no, I'm a worthy adversary. Like I have a seat at this table. You think you're fucking smart? You think that you know shit? I'm coming for you with my little dumpy, sweet ass. Okay.
Dumpy. And you're not going to see me do it. I'm going to do it at night and you're going to wake up in the morning.
You're going to find my aftermath.
Go, God damn it.
Yes, they got me again. Fuck. And I think that's the root of the energy that really stands out. They don't like being thwarted. They don't like it. And well, that's not to say like in our lives, we don't know when to call it quits, because we really do need to know when to call it quits. But I do think sometimes we cut ourselves off. We cut ourselves off of things too soon. We thwart ourselves far before we ever needed to, because we might not feel we have what it takes to be in that space or operate in that arena to do what we want to accomplish. That's more what I mean here. So it's not saying like when somebody puts up boundaries, ignore them like raccoons do.
Right.
But like, especially when it comes to matters of self-belief, you know, whether you want to learn something new or you are wanting to change directions in your life or things like that. But you kind of, it's settling into that groove of being like, no, I'm going to fucking figure it out because I can. I'm multifaceted and I'm going to channel this energy of doing it, figuring it out and thinking outside the box on a way to do it and not giving up just because an obstacle is presented, because in this state of mind, an obstacle is an opportunity. It's a puzzle to solve, and puzzles are fun. Listen, they love this shit. They love a puzzle. It's enrichment. They just lap it up. And I just think it's a very interesting and tricksy perspective to operate in. So it's like, all right, you fucking zigging me, you zigging me, I zag at you. What do you think about that? Huh? And
I do love the, like, of course, again, aside from, like, people's bound, you can't just be like, I'm gonna fucking hug you whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
But I do like I have a goal, and, like, there's no question about it. Like, I'm gonna get there. It's just a matter of how and how long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just being like, that thing that I want, that's mine. That's not even the question. You know, I just got to take the time to do it.
Yeah. I got to navigate.
That's pretty cool.
Got to navigate and bob and weave and get there. And I think that's the useful area to focus on, because sometimes we can put all of our eggs in the end goal, in the destination, where this has us focusing on the journey. The raccoons live in the moment. They are wholly in the present, solving what is before their eyes. And I think sometimes that can help keep us in the here and now of being like, all right, that's where I want to be, but here's how I'm going to get there. And it's just in taking in the stimuli that comes to me. Maybe I need to wet my hands for a second. Maybe I need to touch my little fucking wet food, my situation at hand. Touch. And I need to touch it, and I need to think about it, and I need to look at it and figure out exactly what I'm going to do here. And then I need to puzzle it out and move forward somehow or some way, because I'm not going to be fucking thwarted, goddammit. And that's the raccoon way. And
wow.
It's going to utilize that intellect to continue forward. And if it needs to adapt, it's going to adapt. And listen, that raccoon, it's same for you. Maybe you got a hype team. Maybe you got a hype team of other buddies. Lean on them too, because a raccoon also is wise enough to know, listen, sometimes you need backup. Sometimes you need backup. Sometimes you need help. Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Stand on it and then steal that bird food. Steal all of that bird food. Take every fucking bit of it and shovel it into your little face and waddle off.
Yeah, get the seeds.
Accomplished. Oh, just put it in there. And
maybe if you're lucky, it'll be like one of those bricks that's seeds and peanut butter.
Oh my God. Or like find a suet little fat cone, and it can just slurp that down. Oh, I'd love it. It would love it. And raccoons, despite all of that, are models for dexterity. Now, having not only remarkable dexterity in their hands, which we all know, we've all seen their little paws that can, or just, you just have to do the little finger wag. That's just what they do with their little hands. But in their movement, they're excellent climbers. They're excellent swimmers. They're faster than you think that they are. They're quick little fuckers.
Despite looking like little fatties.
I know, they look like little gumdrops, and they can just completely go for it.
You know what they are? They're Jack Black.
Exactly.
You don't expect
the range
moves.
of motion, the mobility, the speed, and the
quickness?
Unpredictability. Yes, absolutely. And like, despite the cute appearance, it's like, no, you can't. Ah! Boom.
Yeah. I'll
got
do
you.
the fucking splits.
Yeah, exactly. And again, worst thing you can do is underestimate a raccoon. It's the worst thing you can fucking do. And maybe,
can I get a shirt that just says underestimate a raccoon, and then it's just the worst thing you can do.
The worst thing is at the top of the list.
Yeah.
It's top of the list of worst things you can do. Underestimate a raccoon.
And then underneath it, it's just like a list of terrible things.
Horrible things.
Horrible things. Up at the top, underestimate a raccoon.
Don't do it. And maybe you're having to navigate a delicate situation. Something that's requiring perception and adapting as you maneuver through it. Maybe it's some workplace drama, some workplace scandal that's had a shakeup in the office, and you're just trying to navigate through it unscathed and not get roped into the goddamn drama. Maybe you're just trying to
let these eyes.
Yes,
fall on
don't
me.
look at me. I'm just trying to scuttle between cubicles and not be seen. I just want to eat my snacks in my fucking cubicle. Leave me alone. Channel that energy. Or maybe it's a family rift. Maybe there's some family drama going on, and fortunately or probably unfortunately for you, you're found to be the mediator. You're the one that's really good at this. And I think raccoon energy can come in handy here because it's thoughtful and it's problem solving and it's creative and it's clever and has that element of play and lightness to it, but it isn't afraid to puff up and hiss as well when too many demands are put upon the raccoon or too many boundaries are pressed upon the raccoon. Because honestly, And unfortunately, again, it's usually the helpers that often get taken advantage of. And when I say the helper, I mean the specific type of person, the very kind-hearted helper of people. We all know them. We all have some friends that are helpers that are just these open-hearted helpers, and they give and give and give to situations. And so often they get taken advantage of by people that are like, oh, good, a helper. Good. I'm glad that you're here. You can take all of this upon your shoulders while we tell you what to do, and don't consider you at all while we do it. Okay, thank you very much.
Normalize hissing at
Normalize
like
it.
a raccoon.
Dude. Yeah. And so it's like, you helpers out there, you need to remember it is okay to hiss sometimes and be listen, I'll help. I'm trying to navigate this fucking problem, but back off me. Okay? Yeah. Back off me. Yeah. I'm helping you.
Maybe
here's
literally.
The space.
Maybe
like literally just
actually
just throw your hands up and swipe. Yeah. Swipe your arm. Just bat real quick.
Just bat at the air and then like run away. Yeah.
Tuck and roll behind a corner. And that's all you need to do for a moment. And listen, if they respect you at all, they'll go, I'll come back later.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll come back later.
Yeah.
Noted.
And if they don't respect you and they keep pushing, bite them and give them rabies.
See? It's all about the energy we channel. And you gave a warning. Hiss first. Always hiss first before you bite. Just as a practice. So
I want that on a shirt.
Just hiss first, bite later.
Out, man.
And so anyway, you helpers, remember that. Sometimes you need to be a raccoon. That's not to say you can't solve a problem, you can't be crafty, you can't be smart, but also hiss when you just keep having people plucking at you. It's fine. So got to remember raccoons. And now they are a bit more Machiavellian, I suppose, than we might want to be, but a raccoon is not going to pour from an empty cup. You got to think about the empty cup dealing with a raccoon here. Raccoon's not pouring from an empty cup. In fact, that raccoon is probably chilling in a dumpster full of at least half full styrofoam cups of multiple liquids. Like, it's going to take care of itself. Raccoon's going to take care of itself. It has to take care of itself. And the raccoon, again, we're talking energy here. We got to talk about trickster energy because it is absolutely in that family. And when we talk trickster energy, you got to talk about play, because I feel like that is the energy of the trickster. There's this playful energy. It's just, it's creative. It's a little spicy and interesting and might surprise you in what they're going to do. And sometimes when we get older and life gets scarier and harder, we forget that we can still maintain this life experience that we've gained from being alive as long as we have, while also still playing. We can still play, and that's on the table for us at any time that we want to, and you never get too old to play. You can do both, and you don't have to trade the energy out, even though we were told to grow up. That, like, I feel like you get this element of, like, how in the raccoons, seemingly when they find obstacles, that they turn, it's a game to them. It's fun. Even the adversity is a game. Life's a game to these animals. And I just think that's interesting to kind of just think about that for a little bit and be like, we can find play all throughout the day if we let ourselves perceive it. You know, the opportunities for it to be silly and to be a little bit more whimsical and childish, because I feel like the raccoon is an example of being a massive global success because of whimsy. Like, it is like the raccoon, I feel like, is the argument that is like why we need other programs, or why art needs to be included in STEAM. You know, it doesn't need to be just STEM, it needs to be STEAM. Because, like, STEAM. I feel like that's where you get a lot of creativity coming, you know? Like, I just feel like whimsy has a place in success, creativity, and thinking outside of the box and thinking in a fun way. And they've used their playful intelligence as an asset. And their perception, it's not rigid like a lot of creatures. It's still developing. They're getting smarter every day. They're learning all of our tricks. They're figuring out new latches. They're figuring out new shit.
They love doing it.
They love doing it. It's enrichment for them. It's so fun. And I just feel like they're childlike in that way, because you see that with children. Children are hungry to learn stuff. And whereas we get older, it becomes more intimidating to learn. Picking up new skills might be like, oh, I don't know about that, and things like that. Whereas a kid, sure, you'll give it a shot because for some reason the stakes don't seem so high and you just try it. And I feel like raccoons have that childlike whimsy of being like, fucking sure, let's do it. Let's try it. And they're not getting aged out by creations that we keep throwing to try to trick them. And they're still learning and they are loving it. They're figuring out, because I think they have wonder. Raccoons have a sense of wonder about the world. And while like a dog or even a large number of other animals, they might look at that tent zipper and not think a single thing about it. But a raccoon will look at that tent zipper and ponder what it leads to. And
I think that goes somewhere.
I think I can use my little hands, and I think I can grab that little zipper, because I think I saw one of these humans do this a minute ago.
Food. I think there's food back there.
And they have a good memory. And apparently in tests, like there's other intelligence tests to where they will have a raccoon and other animals, because they're kind of ranking them against each other. And they'll have like 3 doors. And they'll have a treat behind a door. And then show the animal which door had the treat behind it. And then they'll distract the animal and be like, oh, here's something over here. And then repeat the experiment with the treat behind the same door and see if they remember. And raccoons remember. They have a good memory. So they're watching people use these zippers. And then all it's got to do when you leave that campsite for a second, oh, so cute. You put your food in your tent because you thought that would keep the raccoons out. L-O-fucking-L. It's going to grab that zipper and it's going to open it. And it's going to climb right into your tent. And it's going to steal everything that you want. It's going to crime all inside of your tent. And they're just amazing like that. And the world is their fucking puzzle box. And how interesting might our perception be of the world if we allow ourselves to slide kind of into that energy, to think that way, and puzzle things out for ourselves in a way of kind of being like, fine, fuck it. If it sucks maybe that I've got to be in this scenario, but how can I employ some real out of the box creative thinking here to utilize this dark horse energy that I apparently have found myself in. And I, again, they are more Machiavellian, but I feel like animal energy is a very distilled, concentrated well that we draw from. We use kind of the essence of it. And so while that's not to say like, yes, be the raccoon, because the raccoon could be a whole fucking problem, but essence of raccoon, maybe it will kind of make us believe that we can like not only love the chase, but believe we can win. And because we believe we can win, the chase is a blast, because listen, we know we're going to get there. Like you were saying earlier, we're going to get there. We just gotta get there. It's gonna be okay. And I just feel like at the crossroads of intelligence and self-belief, you have raccoons. You have this humble animal that is so underestimated, unless you've had to fight them before. Then if you've dealt with their games, you know. But we are talking about one of the smartest land animals in the U.S. behind like fucking dolphins and crows. Like so intelligent, because we don't have like primates, like, we don't have like monkeys here in the States. So like this is up there, especially on land. So like this highly, highly intelligent animal nobody's thinking about. They just think they're little garbage creatures that will just eat so much that they just get cuter and cuter and can't climb trees anymore. Like they don't think that that's a creature that is smarter than most other animals for miles, except for other raccoons. And that's interesting to think about, just walking outside there at the night. Foxes, not as fucking smart as raccoons. No, they've got it out there. They're running the show out there at night. That's why they're so successful.
Fuck foxes.
And just a fun little thing, again, their population is increasing, and it's so fun, and it's always a relief. And I know that this one's kind of a double-edged thing, because raccoons are an issue in a lot of places. But like when you look up endangerment, they're just ranked least concern. And it's like that we could not be less concerned about these guys going extinct. Like, no, they're fine, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's not even the realm of things we're thinking about.
We don't even know what to do about how many we do have. So And so basically, to wrap it all up, underestimate a raccoon and you're going to learn a fucking lesson. And we can learn from this too, seriously, because sometimes we need those around us to learn what we're made of. And maybe we need to do so with dexterity. And maybe we need to do so with a little bit of creativity and thought with some craft. Because we weren't born looking or acting the way we're supposed to look in order to do whatever it is that we're wanting to do. Again, whether it's a field that we are in or whatever it is. If somebody's going to be foolish enough to underestimate you, maybe then we can use our heads in a different way and say, okay, this fucking sucks, but maybe there's an opportunity here. Maybe I can outsmart these dickwads some way or another and use my sweet ass crafty brain and my sweet ass crafty hands and
my crafty brain
and figure out a way to utilize this to my advantage, because just because we sometimes have to circumvent false judgments does not mean we have to give up despite them. And I feel like that's the energy we're working here towards. Like, no, fuck you. Fuck you. I am going to show all of you, but I'm going to do it my way. And you're going to fucking regret it. And you might not regret it, but you're going to fucking know it. And
you're going to feel it.
So, Agate, in summary, wrapping all this up, the raccoon invites us to keep learning, keep seeking, keep your eyes open always for the next opportunity, because opportunity is everywhere. And because while we might see these little dudes as little sweet, little doughy, sweet, gluttonous, little urban dumplings, they are far from complacent. And cities have had to alter their whole system of operations for dealing with shit to try to account for these little fuckers. Having to try to set up, trash rules and things like this to try to handle these raccoons. Because the raccoons just keep coming. Dude, at my college that I went to, there was a professor that started feeding raccoons. And within 2 semesters, there was such a severe raccoon overpopulation problem at this university. And they were all huge. Every one of these raccoons was all huge, and they take no time. They are so opportunistic. They're going to find a fucking way, and they are legion. And we need to remember that energy, because sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need to do fuck around, find out energy, but subtly, my way.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that for them.
I've learned to embody raccoon energy. I need to go get absolutely racked on some good German beer.
Yeah. Dude, go slurp down a couple good drafts of beer and then stumble and just land face first in a basket of half-eaten fish and chips. And I feel like you are just like a fairgrounds dumpster with funnel cakes and corn dogs and shit, dude.
That's a dumpster I would climb into. Yes.
To be a raccoon in that situation, honestly, that's a guided meditation for sparking joy.
Oh, are we going to do a raccoon guided meditation?
That would honestly be really, really fun. You are the raccoon in the dumpster, and you process all of the sensations.
Smell the funnel cakes. And yeah.
Yeah.
We also need to, someone out there, listen, if someone wants to draft up a design for a big fat raccoon, partaking in some big fat raccoon things, and it just says urban dumpling.
Nice.
That sounds like
I like it.
Something we'll put on a shirt, man. So
speaking of, have you seen the painting? I don't remember the artist. I wish I did. But the painting of the raccoon that's breathing fire on the cabin. Have you seen that painting? It's fantastic. It's a giant raccoon, and the style is painted beautifully. And it's looming over this cabin, just dead-eyed, breathing fire, just torching this cabin. And it's fantastic, dude. I love it.
Somebody tag me in it. I want to see it.
It's so cute. I would love to have a print of it. But speaking of prints, glad I said it because I can't remember anything. Y'all, gonna just go ahead and say next week we're launching the print. Keep your eyes open. keep your eyes open. First week of Feb, we're launching the winter. Is this the winter one? Yeah, this is the winter one. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's out, bros. It's gorge.
Yeah. And in usual Lyra style, it is breathtaking and what's the word? You can look at it and feel winter. You know what I mean?
Like I settled into this one.
Essence, you know?
I settled into it and really looked at it for a long time. And I love the textures of it. I love the colors of it. Yes. I love everything about it. And the way that it's placed, it kind of draws your eyes up to places and then it draws them down. And then it draws them up and it draws them down. Yeah. And I was just looking at it forever. So that's coming out next week. And also, you guys, we're trying something new. Those of you that maybe have missed a print in the past, you got holes you want to fill. We're here to help you fill those holes, okay?
Yes.
This is a little bit of a loophole. No, we are not reprinting past runs. We never will.
Never will.
We could not be more bullish on that, but we've got a stack of overages, extras, prints that are numbered in the sequence, but they were extras. And we thought, you know what? Maybe we could do a raffle ticket program. And so these digital raffle tickets are going to be for sale on the website, the WBH print shop. When it opens, you can get these tickets. We're going to carry them the whole time we're selling the new print. When the print date closes, we shut the site down, and all of those raffle tickets are going to come with a unique order number. We're going to put all of those order numbers in a random generator, and it's going to pull however many that we get. We're going to figure out how many raffle prints we do. But you winners are going to get to pick your print. Now, not the first Halloween one. Too fucking bad. There's no more. Those are all gone.
So sorry.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Other ones should be fair
But
game.
other than that,
yeah,
if you're missing one,
yeah,
we will give you first pull, first choice, I guess, as to which one you want. So I know for a fact there are a couple of you guys out there who lament you missed a couple or whatever happened, and this is a chance to rectify that.
Yeah.
Again, we're not reprinting them.
We've just got some extras, and so you can try the raffle out. That's coming next week, guys. So we'll probably open up the shop on Wednesday. The next episode that we release, we'll talk about it again. But get ready because the print is gorgeous. I can't wait. I can't wait to launch it. I'm so excited. I'm going to look at it again when we're done recording because I just want to look at it.
Yeah. When we were talking about it, I was like, I don't want to go look at it again. As usual, it will be the album art for next week's episode. And listen here, please remember, you guys, that we, as stated before, we have ad spots available to you. Reaching out could not be easier. Send us an email at wbahpodcast@gmail.com and just say, hey, I do this thing and I'd like y'all to talk about it on the podcast, and we'll be in touch. Also, send us your spooky stories. Put spooky somewhere in the subject line. We have a Facebook page where you can see a lot of the stuff we talk about. Somebody will probably find that picture of the raccoon breathing fire and
pop it in there.
We can all look at it and see. Let me view my notes once more to see if I am forgetting anything that needs to be. We have a Patreon, of course, patreon.com/wbahpodcast. Be a part of that Patreon shout out segment. Get your own song.
Come be a simp with us every week. Come simp with us.
Simp with us tomorrow. We are continuing on with MILF Manor.
God.
And I believe, Macy, you're the showrunner for tomorrow.
I'm the showrunner tomorrow, yes. And listen, we've got a lot of drama we're going to have to unpack. There's just shake up in the manor, and we're going to have to get into it. And I don't want to, but we're going to. And I love so many of you guys, the comments that are like, so like, I am absolutely not watching this, but like, I love listening to you guys hurt. And listen, yes. I'm glad that we can do that for you guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it. After that, we're probably going to throw a few wimp caps down. We've got Bridgerton coming in May. I'm chewing on the live action Avatar coming February 22nd.
Right.
I'm into it. I'm curious about it. I'm hoping, I'm wanting, I'm wishing that it's going to be good. It better be good.
Dude, I'm real nervous. I'm just real nervous.
I am too, but it looks like
we've been burned before.
But I've been following this one for months. The character design looks great. The casting looks great. Like there's characters in there that I'm shocked that they got down to a T, that they cared enough about to do. So I'm feeling hopeful. God damn it. So let us know if you want us to talk about that. If someone doesn't
yell my cabbages, I'm going to be upset.
They got the same guy. They hired that guy. The same guy. That's like how much they're trying. That's how much they know.
Thank God.
They know the hole they are digging out of.
Fucking millennial that got burnt from fucking Shyamalan and sorry and had to do it right.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's the thing. It's like, like when something was so bad, you're like hyper cautious about it. Like that is what I feel like is being done here, because everything looks so good and so spot on that I feel like they know what we've been through, the heinous bullshit that we had to deal with. So I'm hopeful. So maybe we cap that. Who knows?
I tell you, I saw that movie in 3D when it came out. I saw it in 3D in the theater.
Oh God!
And I went to see it, and I was with my boyfriend at the time, and we both just kind of were like, And then after the fact, I remember the guy that I went with for years talked about, with just the level of hatred in his throat, about how the only thing in that whole movie that was 3D was like the text at the end.
I remember that was during the era of the 3D film that they were really trying to push 3D films. And I remember going to watch a re-release of Star Wars Episode 1, which, like those are not the ones that I give a shit about. It's the early 2000s, Episode 1, 2, 3, except Ewan McGregor's in them. I went and watched that. And I do remember, there was another one. What did I fucking watch? Insidious? There was another one that was a real outlier that I watched that was in 3D that was not 3D at all. Like, I remember it was, like, not 3D
I remember there was, like, a Brendan Fraser movie. Fraser. Not Fraser like Macy.
Fraser?
I know he has specific feelings on how to pronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm not doing a good job. But there was some movie that I remember was actually, like, I feel like it was actually good 3D. Like, they put actual little elements of it, and one of it was him leaning over the sink and spitting his toothpaste out.
Delicious.
Which, as a kid, I was like, whoa! But then, like, I feel like there were some adults in that theater that were like...
Gross. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I went the other way.
No, yeah, it's. I mean, I'm sure it sounds like it was probably a little bit cummy, like a little bit.
All right, and on that note, we're gonna leave you guys again. Sorry for the intro. On my end, at least, I feel like I got really thrown off by the visual aspect here.
Seeing my face,
but it is back. So now all these things we've been talking about, we'll be able to expect some big things, expect some new things, and tell us what you would like us to do with these videos. We'll do something with them, but they're here, and my hair looks crazy, and you'll get to see our rooms, I guess.
Come see our rooms.
Come look at our rooms.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I can't wait for Twitch.
Catch you next time.
I can't wait for shit to use computers with. You're going to see more of our faces. Yeah. But until then, we're going to leave. And we're going to turn the cameras off now. And we're going to go.
Goodbye.
Scared a little sweet.